Welcome back, Five Aces.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Veni, vidi, observavi. Yep, we're gonna have ourselves a Latin-themed match here between two players, one of whom I have casted extensively, but she just so happens to be on top of the ladder yet again, practicing at it, so definitely rehearsing for a tournament, I guess, and he is gonna be playing as OKW again. It is Mr. Caesar. Yeah, and he is up against PX Ajax, which translates to, if I remember correctly, piece nearby, right? Piece adjacent or something like that. My Latin is a bit rusty. It's been a while. Last time I've used it was in high school. So yeah, but Ajax, I think it's like from the same stem as adjacent, so should be moderately correct, but yeah. Anyway, where PaxAjax Ajax has opted himself into the American forces and immediately locked in the Heavy Cavalry Company, which is, I would say, one of the dominant commanders in the American meta. Sports access to riflemen defensive structures, we've seen those. Off-map smoke barrage, so sexy, but expensive, 50 munitions. Rangers, we've seen those as well, and they're really cool units. Backliners and half snipers. Combined arms, questionable use, 125 munis, and the Pershing. Now, Pershing is the big selling point here. This is a late-game viable tank that can stand almost toe-to-toe with the Tiger, and definitely doesn't get outmatched by P4s and the likes. And his opponent, Caesar, has also locked in his trusty Feuersturm Doctrine. We've seen it before. Now let's see if PaxAjax Ajax is gonna falter as quickly as the previous opponents. Because that was kind of a stomp, if I remember correctly. But hey, the American forces always good for a surprise and always good for more squads on the field than you usually would expect. That's a very nice closing of the pocket here from those riflemen in the back lines. I've got another rifle squad waiting for orders. Those sexy accents. Yeah, green cover for all the rifles, so they should definitely be in the clear. Ooh, closing the distance to the garrison. I think they need to... Yeah, okay. Retreat has been sounded, but the rear echelon can get into, well, the rear of this engagement. Oh, Sturmplyos closing in as well, so that's that. That's the end of that, I guess. Good night, riflemen. Was nice knowing you. That is a Volksblob and a half. For minute 2 in the game, this is a significant army size already. Yeah, even the Americans are struggling with this concentration of forces there. Yo, Reresh, you wanna book it. You can't stand toe-to-toe with those for a long time. You can't tangle with them. Man, not a single model has been dropped just yet. Still 4, 5, 5 respectively. This is a phenomenal start already for Caesar. Is this gonna be a repeat of the history classes we've taken with Blitzkrieg? Doesn't look too good thus far for PaxAjax Ajax. Should have gone for the peace treaty, I guess. Should have gone for a cultural victory, but then again he's playing as American, so that is out of the cards, I guess. Not in the cards. Oh well. No cultural victory to be had here. This unfortunate rifleman here, a bit out of cover. Pays the ultimate price. There's already tier 1 on the menu. Ooh, rifleman closing the distance in negative cover, getting called down. Oh, this is such an expensive extended trade, and those riflemen have to book it, lest they be wiped. Oh my goodness, 2 models have been dropped so far from the German player. He's forced off squads 4 times. Oh, this is just painful. Like, what do you do against this? Do you cap on the other side of the map and just let the German player have that side? Because right now this is looking like quite a strong strategy, and even other top tier players don't really have an answer to it, I guess. Okay, out comes the captain. No, lieutenant. Oh well, close enough. Lieutenant, obviously... I'm confusing him with the captain. The captain can get upgraded with bars, but the lieutenant can only get the bazooka upgrade, which in that situation would be a straight downgrade. Mines are being planted here as well by the Sturmplyos. Oh, and he's constricted to his own base. Literally, he has nowhere to go. PaxAjax Ajax is under the gun. Under a double cap thus far. There is a squad that is about to rectify that, though. Man, are the Germans finally sounding the retreat? Yes, they are. That was a painful first 5 minutes to this game. There is no other way of putting it. the Mills bombs or whatever it's called are unlocked. No? That's not the Mills. Maybe I'm confusing them with the Brits. Yeah. There's a mine, by the way. But it's only a free unit, right? It's only the lieutenant who gets to bleed. Does he have a special model, by the way? I'm not actually aware. Probably has. Yeah, he's got a different helmet. And a different gun. Seems to be a... Thompson? Nah, don't quote me on that. Again, really good vector here for the Volksgrenadiere, who can get upgraded with STG or assault packages on the as per this commander, which is a pretty cool distinction to make. I honestly... Oh god, no. Oh, there's already a flak truck out, and it's gonna be meeting up with a 50 cal. This is just prime time for the flak truck. Oh, grenade missing. Oh, they have a different sound to the Brit grenades, huh? And a massive blob is pushing out onto the field. How do you stop this? He's building an MG. Problem is, half truck is ready for operations. Yes, the Germans are out on the field with the SDKFC half track. What does SD stand for? KFC is a motorized vehicle, but SD, I have no idea. Is like some sort of militarized acronym. Oh man, that blob. That requires some good old mortar action, I guess. All the squads have been forced off again. And I think he's gonna be investing into an ambulance very momentarily that also drains his manpower and costs fuel, which is kind of one of the downsides that the American players have when they're teching, because it just costs you, I think, 10 extra fuel. And his fuel is already constricted as is. 50 cal out in the open, up against the Sturmpire squad. Can it even set up and get the suppression before it gets kicked away by the SDKFC? Oh well. Yes, it can't. The answer is no. Territory disconnected. Oh, this game is looking bleak. He's trying for a backline capture with the rear edge, but those guys don't have any staying power. And oh wow, they might actually win the engagement against Volksgrenadiers up close. They do! That's surprising. Maybe not. Let's see. Who has to reload earlier? Oh, 2v2 models? Yeah. Rear Ash actually winning the engagement. I'm not sure that we're supposed to win. But hey, be that as it may. Why is he building another 50 cal? I really don't get the idea. There's a flak truck out and about, and you've got nothing to answer them with. Oh, flak truck hits... Wasn't their own mine? No, that mine is still on the battlefield and still triple cap established. You know, if it's going like this, maybe we're gonna follow Caesar for another game, because this is looking to be another quickie. Ooh, you know, that's kind of the downside of the ladder. And by the way, you are watching this a week apart. Ooh, ouch. But it actually is a week apart from, or it is a couple days apart from me. I recorded the first 2 casts of Caesar back to back, and this is another Caesar cast or set of Caesar casts, be that as it may, depending on the further events that are about to transpire. So I just happened to be online at the same time again, same time of day. Man, the flak truck giving a thorough pummeling to all those allied pesky infantry squads. Oh, MG34 setting up on one of the most inconvenient arcs. Look. How do you get back? I just don't see a way here. I do not see a way how he's going to hold. Where, with being under a triple cap, with him not having anything to do against the flak truck. Yeah, retreat is being sounded as soon as the flak truck sets up. Manpower bleed is intensifying. And the writing's on the wall. I'm not counting him out just yet. You know, it's Company of Heroes 2. There's always the opportunity for some crazy magic, some crazy RNG magic happening, but I'm not seeing it. His manpower is so low as well. He needs an AT gun stat, but he doesn't have access right now. Adding a light gun to the roster is Caesar. I mean, why not? He's got such a great offensive foothold on the map. Why not? Not the worst call. Oh, it's just brutal. Volksgrenadier in a very forward offensive position. Yeah, this guy needs to book it as well. Retreat of the entire squad. Oh no. Retreat of the entire army. He doesn't even have access to the quarter-ton just yet. He's building an M70. Or Stewart, whatever. Is it an M70? I'm just throwing out random numbers, hoping that they stick. It's a Stewart, anyway. That is the one that I'm not confusing with the Brits, because the Brits don't have a real light tank. The Brits have the AEC. So, at least certain about that one. Alright, this might be, no squad wipe here. And the lag is starting to open up. Where is it positioned? Very offensively, wow. Good position. SDKFC putting on the hurt. And the M5A1, there we go, M5A1 Stewart. Going on a wild goose chase here, but it's gonna eat at least 2 Fausts. Not a greatest of starts here. Mr. Stewart, I think you chose the wrong neighborhood. Wrong neighborhood, fool! 50 cal doing its best, trying to ward away the waves of infantry. But alas. Well, the Stewart can get some damage onto this at least. Can you get a bazooka upgrade on Sturmpioniere? No, you can't. Okay. But they can still just patch it up, regardless. Man, what a bruising! PaxAjax is literally up against the world here. Yeah. And that is the game. That is game over. 11 minutes. Sometimes it do be like that. We're gonna go for another one. See you in a second. Should we wait for the statistics? Alright, why not? Let's go for a quick rundown of why this game was so brutal. I bet the Sturmpioneers had something to do with it, and the 3 West Grenadier squads just staying for 5 minutes behind enemy lines. Just not one single good engagement in the early game just led to absolute map dominance for Caesar. He has indeed crossed the Rubicon. Yeah. Dropped and replaced by AI. RIP. So let's check the units. 400% efficiency at minute 11. Not a pretty sight, alright. Let's hope the next game is gonna be a bit more competitive. See you in a sec. Hey people, 5 Aces here. The bad news is, I was not able to find Caesar on the ladder anymore because I wanted to stalk his war for some active Firestorm tactics. But the good news is, I stumbled upon a very angry Dutchman instead. And the Angry Dutchman is going to be squaring off here against Mr. Killert155, very solid name. Condolences to the other 154 Killer T's who came before him. Condolences to their families, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Killer T is OKW. And Fog of War off, thank you. And it is gonna be the Brits for Angry Dutchman. Brits are pretty much the most underrepresented faction in 1v1s in general, not just on my channel, and that is for a very specific reason. All their units, well, they're just very slow in their build-up, and they don't translate into early map control all that well. They're not allowed to flood the map with cheap, expandable units. Not very ablative in the way their squads work, but conceptually they're my second favorite faction after Soviets, because Soviets have this combined arms approach where every unit by itself is terrible, and you need to use their synergies and secondary abilities to make them work. And Brits are kind of like OKW, or like OKW, in that all their units are very expensive and very low in squad count, but also some of the best bang per buck. So you just need to, you have very limited resources, very limited squad count, but if you use them wisely, they are some of the strongest. And point in case here are the infantry sections, who just fight so efficiently behind green cover especially. Already forcing off Killer T155 is forced to sound the retreat, and not a single model has dropped. And also infantry sections will get the upgrade, I think at platoon command post, they get the upgrade for medkits, so they can just heal themselves on the field, so they have staying power, which is something that other allied factions don't really get. This is just such a cool faction concept. You win an engagement and then you don't go home, you stay there. You stay, you heal yourself back up, patch yourself up, it's just a flesh wound, you know. So you're back out on the field again. And eventually, this translates into pushing your opponent back despite having limited resources and map control. And also, their tanks are some of the strongest. I mean, not this here. This is not a real tank. This is a Bren carrier. This is essentially an RC toy car that got repurposed into a combat unit. It's hilarious. It's very... I wouldn't say it's very efficient. It's a hilarious thing, but it's not all that great in my experience. Wow. The Tommies are here to stay. Even on 3 models on low health, they're still trading well. Yeah, if you use them wisely and in green cover, maybe a vault would be nice here. Oh no, he's pushing in with the Bren carrier. Oh, wow. Blocking the retreat path into the grenade of the... That is a 200 IQ play. Holy moly. Those the infantry section grenade value. Shock value on, I think, what's called the Mills bomb, right? That is the Mills bomb, yes. I am correct for once. Haha. Sturmpyos closing the distance from the rear might find themselves in a nasty way, though, because they can't really... If they put themselves in green cover, they're just fighting at long range, which makes them very inefficient. And in long range, they're going to lose against the infantry sections, and if they close the distance, they have to cross negative cover, and they're going to lose as well. So, just a lose-lose for them. Cheeky buggers, that's right. The danger here is that there is a tech truck already online for Killert155, so he has access to a Panzerfaust, which I have seen them raise the arm. Wasn't that a Panzerfaust animation? Or am I just completely bonkers here? Help me out there. Wasn't that a Panzerfaust animation? One of the models was raising the arms, I believe. But anyway. Infantry sections behind green cover, infantry sections behind green cover. Yes, sir, that's how you play the Brits. Their units get an accuracy bonus behind green cover, I believe. So they just... the universal carrier swaying in. I love it. Sometimes they just... They give off the impression of like they're the vehicle... Oh! That's a grenade here. But I think it's a flame nade. Yeah, just a flame nade. Doesn't do instant burst damage. Sometimes they just give off the impression of being the vehicle equivalent of Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Just drunkenly swaying across the battlefield, not even realizing what's going on fully. Tommies here healing themselves and have been upgraded with the 5-man squad count. So no, it's not the 5-man. That's something else. But it is an upgrade regardless because they've got an upgraded logo.
Enemy causing trouble.
What's the difference here? Cover combat bonus, increase rate of fire and survivability. Okay, so it's not accuracy, it's survivability and rate of fire. Which also makes sense thematically. Oh goodness, that thing has been upgraded with a Vickers. And it's running into close range. I think it's dead. Is it? No! Wow. The Voice Grenadiers forced to sound the retreat just in time. But there is more. But wait, there is more. Universal Carrier frantically microed back. Really good vehicle micro thus far. Does never get in range of the Panzerfaust. Okay, so that's the first 2 squads being forced off in this game. Really good start for the British player. And OKW are struggling. We've seen them on the resurgence in the past couple of games, and we've seen them dominate and smash when being commanded by Caesar, but here in this game they've been putting in the reverse. Let's just put it at that. Mechanized Reg HQ is out, but that means med supplies still have to be purchased from the Sturmpioniere. And I know, by the way, people have asked me what's up with the weird pronunciation of German words. German is my mother tongue. However, whenever I'm pronouncing a German word while I'm talking English, I'm choosing, deliberately choosing, I guess, the English pronunciation of the German word, which is weird. So I'm saying Sturmpioniere, which is not accurate, which it would be Sturmpioniere. However, I'm not doing that because I'm like my brain has switched to English mode. So there's that. What the? Opel Blitz cargo truck, like that thing, the icon looks straight like a battle bus. I 100% was convinced that this was a battle bus, and that I just had missed the memo that there's a new commander that has access to one of those things, but no. Royal Engineers with a 5-man squad. I think that's also an upgrade, right? Bren carrier still in the neighborhood. Still causing some damage there. And okay, those guys are running into the suppression arc of the MG34. But one squad behind green cover should be able to stay for a while. Stay a while and listen. Stay a while and kill the gunner. Alright, that's also smoke barrage being called down. No, Commander Glider insertion. Oh, Angry Dutchman. You mad dog. He has chosen the Commander Edge. Yeah, Killert155 has chosen Feuersturm Doctrine, but nothing has come of it just yet. And Commander Edge, let's go over them real quickly. Commander Glider insertion, this is a reinforcement point for the commandos, and the commandos are a 10 out of 10 unit that I dearly love, but that requires a lot of skill to use. Uh-oh. Stun grenade comes off, but not before a couple models get wiped. Okay, so let's talk about the commandos real quick. They are very high skill cap units. They camouflage when in cover. They can throw really lethal grenades. I think it's a gammon bomb, yeah. Gammon bomb is the accurate naming convention. And, uh-oh, there's a nade. Ooh, Angry Dutchman! Alright, it's just a flame nade. There is also a Tommy squad that just died, that perished here at the hands of the grenade, or at the hands of the Volksgrenadiere. So that is quite a little bit of a win in momentum. Uh-oh, the Universal Carrier also taking a heap of damage. Stepping on it, just barely. With the handbrake mode. Scurrying away, just barely. Well, the Commando Glider is now dead in the water, but that's fine. You never expect the Commando Glider to survive for a long time. It is a forward reinforcement point that gets destroyed very easily. Not the biggest deal. But losing an upgraded Tommy squad, that is a big deal indeed. So, yeah, just with that loss, we're seeing the German forces with a strong infantry roster again. Commandos have not yet done much, but they are very strong indeed. They've got, I think, Sten guns, right? That means that they are very lethal at close range, so you want to sneak them from cover to cover. Instead of going in like a drunken bar brawler, you need to... Yeah. That's how you use them. They're right in the arc, though. Oh, wow! The Gammon Bomb has this long a throwing arc? Stun nade coming off as well. I always love when units get stunned on the retreat path. It doesn't do anything. Nice flank, and that just dislodges the MG34. Really well played from Angry Dutchman. Opal Blitz, I think, just increases your resource income, and it has medical supplies, which makes the Sturmpioniere obsolete in terms of healing dispensing. So that's a good one. Yeah, 5-man Tommies behind heavy cover. You don't win trades with that. Look at how fast they're downing those Volksgrenadiere. What is that, a Lee Enfield rifle? Anyway, they are fantastic. Probably one of my favorite units. Second Commando Glider, okay. This is absolute madness. Right into a Puma. Puma can't do much about the commandos, but it can kill the glider.
A forward position has been destroyed.
He tried going for a Gamma Bomb on the retreat. That was sick. Did not get it, however. Brancare. Are you reading this? Excuse me? That thing has a kill count of 17? What? What is the kill count of the others? Like, it's got a higher kill count than all of the other units combined. What is this nonsense? And the SDKFC Puma taking a heap of damage courtesy of the Gammon Bombs of all things. What a mad game. I've never seen anything quite like this. This is not how I usually see Brits played. I usually see them lose map control and then just try and stabilize off a heavy tank. What has the Brent carrier been on? Steroids. That's a Stan carrier. Oh, I have no words. I've never seen a Brent carrier this efficient, I swear. This is the very first time I'm seeing anything quite like this. I guess the Vickers upgrade makes it quite lethal. Okay, there is now a quarter pounder in the build queue as well. In the making, so just some sort of AT against the mighty and scary Bren carrier. Sorry, against the mighty and scary SDKFC Puma. Yeah, what I wanted to say is that that Killert also needs AT to deal with the mighty and scary brain carrier. Because how else? How else are you gonna defeat this worthy foe? Oh my goodness. 18 kills now. I am stunned. Wait, did he lose his squad there as well? This is starting to look a bit bleak for Killert. Well, this session of casting has certainly been a mixed bag thus far. I'm having a ton of fun, but it's like, what are those games? This is not quite what I'm expecting. Oh, commandos in heavy cover. Sorry. In cover, ambushing with a gammon bomb. Oh, that's how you use them. Then follow up with a stance, try to get some model wipes on retreat. Yeah, commandos are fantastic units with a very high skill cap. They're being expertly wielded here by AngryDutchman. We haven't gone over the rest of the traits for this commando just yet because it's just a commando that is so rare. Smoke raid operations. Smoke barrage will occur at the target position while infantry are masked by smoke grenades, allowing them to hide in cover. Hostile territories will be neutralized quickly during this action. This is so they gain a bonus to decapping speed as well as being obstructed by smoke by a smoke barrage. Then there's assault. Infantry squads move more quickly and have better attack. Recon planes will fly over frontline enemy territories. It's a 70 munis, so quite an investment, but it is a good ability if I remember correctly. We've got mortar cover. Nearby teams of light mortars will automatically attack enemies in the target area with high explosive and white phosphorus. Whoa! As we're experiencing a time vortex here. Was that just the quarter pounder shot? He's shooting through the hedge even, I believe. My lord. Alright, we've just experienced a time dilation anomaly. Uh-oh. The Puma is in a very bad spot here. Is he trying for an attack round? No, I think you can't shoot through this. Attack round for attack round. The carrier is probably gonna go down here, but 21 kills. Wait, no more line of sight. Oh my goodness. Good grief. Mortar cover is covered, and air supremacy operations, that's 250 munis. Recon plane being followed up by attack planes and heavy bombers, and that one is just a game-ending ability. But we really get to see it because 250 munis is quite a steep price to pay, and considering AngryDutchman is using all of his munis on Mills bombs, and effectively so, I might add. I don't think we're gonna see that one in action. Alright. Oh, no gammon bomb on the retreat path, I'm surprised. Would have been an opportunity, but I don't know the grenade timing, so I never do that. Because grenades always feel so delayed. It's the worst offender are the Molotov cocktails. Whenever you're trying to toss a Molotov cocktail, it has like a 2-second wind-up time. Super, super annoying. Alrighty. Capping the victory point here as well are the Royal Engineers. This has just been a complete show of force. Okay. The Sturmpires get up in the grill of those Tommies. And up close they do beat them indeed. Especially with a 2-to-1 advantage there. Man, this brain carrier has been microed to perfection. That's all. Here comes the Faust. Not killing it though. The Puma might be able to finish the job though. It is stricken. Oh, the first shot misses. Oh, can he get around the corner? Attack round misses as well. Oh my goodness, the the quarter pounder is still in the hood. Holy smokes, what a match. Most of the British army now back out. This is a window where the German player can recover a little bit. And we're experiencing a little bit of lag, and I thought that would be the GG. Because sometimes it lags a little bit when a player yields, but no. No, sir. Instead, we are gonna be up to a... Is that a rather splendid crumble already? I think it might as well be. Got ourselves a rather splendid crumble. I think it's one of them. One of them Cromwells. Cromwell Mark II tank. Alright, most of the army just sitting back in base, chilling, having a cup of tea. You know, they need to recover sometimes. I don't think the MG That is a stolen MG34 team. Wait, what? I thought it was a... not a 50 cal. What's the British one? Anyway, I thought it was the British MG team, but no. That's just the straight-up MG34.
There's a rather splendid
Rated.
Cromwell
Yes,
ready
it is
to
a
go.
rather splendid Cromwell. Alright, and out comes the... What is it? Valiant Assault? No. Just Assault. It's not even Valiant. Come on. It's just a regular Assault.
The enemy has our supply line.
The enemy is cut our supply line. Ooh, that shot missing by a mile. Retreat being sounded, and is the German player up to any sustainable level of fuel income? Oh, I think the Opel Blitz was actually a good call thus far. Because it does increase your resource income, right? Or does it do that only when it's on a fuel point? I don't recall the specifics here. Bren Carrier, the mighty foe, is still undefeated. Oh man. Good damage from the Puma though. Into the flank of the Cromwell. How is this thing not dead yet? Stun grenade. Okay, that was a stun grenade. Lucky. Lucky break here. And the Universal Carrier is still alive now. Dying to a Panzerfaust.
One of our universal carriers has been destroyed.
One of our Universal Carriers. That implies that there's more of these things. Ooh, do we want more Universal Carriers? I don't know, man. Oh, main gun destroyed. But in front of a Raketenwerfer, so he probably needs to get out of dodge. I mean, the commandos are still around. They can't move, though, because as soon as they move, they're going to be in the arc of the MG. Alright. That's the Raketenwerfer forced off as well, and a very offensive position for the Schwere Panzer HQ. So, British... Oh, something specific about the British that I kind of dislike is that they don't have access to mortar teams. Instead, they do have access to mortar pits, which are stationary. Problem with that is, in 1v1 games, you never get to use them efficiently. In team games, sure, your opponent, like your teammate, can cover your ass.
Capture point is
But
being overrun.
in 1v1s, you don't have that luxury, and thus, yeah, mortar pits get destroyed very easily, and are traditionally not very efficient. Okay. Both of those units are yielding. What a shot! What a shot. The Cromwell already paying for itself by wiping a squad there. Oh, and another big shot.
Ready to strafe our capture point.
That is a second Cromwell up on the build queue here, and still no proper tank for the German player, who is very limited in his range of movement for the time being. Man, that arc though.
Enemy causing trouble.
Great
Trying to take
MG
one
arc.
of our points.
Hard to flank that one. Yeah, being under a triple cap as the German player, tough. Tough goings. He's building another Volksgrenadier, and he's building another Sturmpionier. A second Sturmpionier squad, I'm not sure about that one. Very expensive, very one-dimensional. I mean, they've got so many uses, but their combat use, the actual combat use, is very one-dimensional, because all they can do is get up close and hope for the best. Otherwise, they're one of the most utility-laden units there is in the game. But just in terms of utility, not in terms of combat prowess. Alright. The SDKFC Puma is up to it too. That thing can pack a punch. That can seriously dent even the heaviest of tanks. And the Raketenwerfer has rotated as well, so this match is shaping up to be a bit more spicy than the initial 5 minutes led to believe us. Okay, grenade whiffing, but destroying the heavy cover at least. No more cover for you, good sir. Most of the German forces being forced off. Ooh! Raketenwerfer does have this, Cromwell and Arc. Ouch! Okay, most of the combat over here has died down a little bit. Quarter Pounder is a bit out of position. Okay, there's a trench that has been built. That can be built by riflemen. And interestingly, that thing can only be occupied by British units. I guess only they have the key for... It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hey. I've heard a grenade being lobbed somewhere. Cromwell doing its best to force off those infantry squads, double Cromwell even. In fact, and the Raketenwerfer was forced to get out of dodge, so... Ah, that's a Panzerfaust though.
200 points.
So this Cromwell now has a stricken engine. And the other one is wounded too, so it might be... Yep. The Puma. Oh my goodness! Do you see how strong the Puma is? It is a light vehicle. That thing turns into a straight-up tank hunter. into a veterancy 5 tank hunter as soon as it reaches anywhere close to some veterancy. The one downside of the Brits, and a big downside of that, is that they don't have proper access to vehicle snares. They have a lot of anti-vehicle capabilities locked behind tanks. The AEC, for example. It's not really a tank, but you know, you get the idea. Oh no! Cromwell is being encircled. I don't think it's gonna be able to exfiltrate. This might be a big swing here. Quarter Pounder and the commandos need to get into position to deal with that. Okay. The SDKFC Puma not chasing though. He should be able to see this. How do I switch? Anyway. Okay, on this side of the map we've got we've got Volksgrenadiers living a very risky life. Oh, Volksgrenadiere have found the Cromwell, I believe. Yep. Yep. Okay, up close range. You don't want to fight up close range because the SDKFC Puma's advantage is it's gets the kill here. However, this is now a dead Cromwell too because that thing Raketenwerfers can garrison. That is the only AT gun. Yeah. The only AT gun in the game that can garrison. Oh, however he is... Wait. However, it's been traded off for a squad. There is only one Volksgrenadier squad remaining. Yeah. That's what happened. Mills bombs happened. And commandos with... sorry. No, yeah, commandos. Oh no! And the MG34 getting capped off the tail end of this as well. I think that's the end of the game. 24 minutes. That's a bit longer than I expected. What a game! What a display! Oh my lord! This was amazing. From start to finish, a wacky game, but a very strong, strong case for the Brits to be made. My second favorite faction in the game. Alright, let us go over, let's gloss over the statistics real quick. I'm not a math teacher, so no, I'm not an expert at statistics, but I still like looking at them. That has been a spicy match from start to finish, so really well played by both, really entertaining. But at the end of the day, it was just too much map control early on, and you don't want to give the Brits an early advantage. The Bren carrier, I think 24 kills was when it finally got retired by Panzerfaust. That was absolutely insane. I've never seen anything quite like this. I want to see... No. We're going to check the Angry Dutchman. We're going to check the... And the Universal Carrier, 1,483% efficiency. Mind you, that thing doesn't even... Does it cost fuel? I don't think so. I think it's like a Kübelwagen in that it just costs a bit of manpower. Glider. Yeah, gliders don't do anything by themselves. They're unarmed. They just serve as a reinforcement point. So they'll never get any efficiency whatsoever. Cromwell's, been a mixed bag, but it's fine. Man, MVPs. And also the commanders have been really good with just keeping behind cover, being in stealth, and then throwing Mills bombs and closing in with Sten guns. Awesome, awesome display of the Brits. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces, out.